What is up, dumpers? Welcome to the Voicemail Dump Truck, your favorite podcast that always is just about voicemails. It's a phone to call-in show where nothing weird happens. We answer your questions about motor vehicles, which Toyota Corolla is the one that you should buy. And with me, as
Sean,
always...
how many calls were about Mike's penis?
Oh, yeah, we'll cover that in a second. There's been a recurring thing about this man's penis here. That's
I haven't even
Like, listen.
actually met him yet.
Yeah.
Well,
we'll get around you, Mike.
we'll get
They're
around.
giving me a primer, and I've heard it's a Rexer, so I'm
That's good. That's good.
The voices that you hear are the standard ones and then another one. Jeff Bacalar, who I am obviously, is unavailable today. He said he, quote, didn't wanna. So here I am. It's Niki Grayson.
He doesn't know wrestling and doesn't respect wrestling, so we didn't invite him. He's the normal host. He's not on.
Yeah, he's not on here. So it's me, Niki Grayson, as
I'm
always.
I'm sure he had some much more higher pursuit that he had to do right now. That was just
hockey.
Yeah,
It's a hockey
I get
thing.
it. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the
Hockey.
head trauma makes people make bad decisions.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
of course,
Exactly.
of course, yes.
I can.
Andy's from New
I made a
Jersey,
few
so,
myself.
yeah.
You know. Here we are, right?
We've got Mike Minotti. Hello,
Hi,
Mike.
it's me, Mike Minotti. I'm here. Hello. Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Mike, say your
Excellent.
catchphase. You're not a CTE guy. Come on, man.
We've got
That's taken.
We've got Jeff Grubb here also on the program. We have Dan Reichert here.
That's me. Hello. Hi.
And we have international megastar.
Yes.
Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, star.
Mm-hmm.
Twisted Metal, star.
All
Television's
those things.
AEW, star.
Feeling good, guys. Keep going.
A man
But
who can
former
walk away
champion,
from
former
any
AEW champion.
former AEW world champion. Guy that can walk away from other guys when they try to hit him.
Two-time Square Cow Fun Bar karaoke champion.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Whatever
Okay. We
Samoa
should've
Joe
let-
just said,
Yeah.
Samoa Joe.
King of the Black Angus right here. You know.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you. Good, great to be here.
Joe, what's your go-to song for karaoke?
I don't. You know, I'll tell you. There's a good one. Anything from Cake, you can actually not sound completely horrible and get yourself.
Oh, sure.
through.
That's smart.
So
Oh,
that's a
that's
good
a
tip.
good
That's a good tip for you guys. You know, like the half rap,
okay.
half sing. Yeah, get
Do
good
you-
Cake song. Everybody loves it.
Do you believe a couple of weeks ago I had a great idea on this program where I said that we need to get rid of most karaoke songs.
Yeah.
By which I mean we just need to make them shorter. We don't need
Yeah.
to have
Yeah.
the full 3.5 minute version of a song. They should probably be 90 seconds maximum.
Yeah, no
Where do you-
musical bridges. You should get like 2 sets of lyrics, your favorite ones, and you should be up and out.
This
And
man
it should
is-
be a medley.
This man's
You know what I
fucking
mean?
on it.
No guitar solo.
Yeah.
No guitar solos. You know.
Last night,
Just
I
the baby
took-
got back part.
Yeah.
Yes. I took Evil Uno and Serpentico to a dive karaoke place right around here called the Vegas Lounge. I think we're going back again tonight. So if you want to try to win the championship there, yes.
Here we go.
How's everybody doing on this fine normal day of recording, Wednesday at 2:30 p.m.?
Yeah.
I got a robot lawnmower. I've been talking about it a lot, but it's been kind of a process setting it up.
What did you have
it
to
is-
do?
Well, first you had to connect it to satellites, which I wasn't certain. Yeah, Nikki Grayson, please.
Hey, that's fucking stupid. It's a lawnmower.
Well, here's the thing. The alternative, the reason my wife got this for me for my birthday, and the reason she got this one instead of another kind is apparently all the other robot vacuum cleaners, or lawnmower, I keep saying that, lawnmower, you have to put a wire under your lawn like it's a dog with the invisible fence.
What is the benefit to this? Why are you like? What is this
He
making your
doesn't have
life
to cut the
easier?
grass now.
I don't have to push a lawnmower around now. The robot can
if
do
you
it.
want your lawn cut shittily for free, just have a kid. I mean, that's just
Yeah.
the easiest
So-
thing
so-
to do.
Yeah.
This is a very good, but apparently kids are not working around anymore. These kids, they don't want to do child labor. I find that very frustrating, personally. So I like the robot enough, but it's been set, like the setup process has caused it to mow one half of the backyard repeatedly, and then it gets stuck, and I have to do something to fix it. And then it's like, well, I forgot what I was doing, so I'm going to start over from the beginning and mow the first half of the backyard again. And we're on like round 3 of that right now. So
Where does the grass go?
So there is, so it does have a thing where I haven't set it up yet. It's like a sweeper function where it will suck up the stuff and then go to a base station, and then the base station will suck up the stuff and then so it'll go back out there and be free to suck up more stuff.
I don't know
Right now, though,
that. I haven't bagged grass or sucked it up in forever. The grass just goes on the ground where it was in the first place. It's happy there.
So the first cut of the year, you probably want it to actually like to deal with the clippings, but for the rest of the year, smaller clippings, it's good for the lawn. It's good for
Yeah,
it.
it likes that.
Yeah.
Joe, do you mow your own grass?
No, I don't.
Yeah. You in Florida?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's too god awful hot, and there's actually a nice guy who does all the houses and everything. And he kind of strong armed me into it. He's like, I do everybody's grass around here.
It'd be a shame if something
It'd be
happened to this
a shame.
lawn.
Yeah, it was a nice 62-year-old man came up to my house and shook me down to be part of the lawn service. So
Okay.
I'm in.
That's how they get
What
you.
percent of wrestlers would you say live in Florida? Of like national television?
No, it's just all the tax havens. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
you all have the same house. I don't know if yours is this way, where it's a nice house and then there's a pool with the covered glass. thing
Oh,
in the back.
absolutely.
You got
Yeah.
that?
Oh,
Okay.
dude, you guys are missing out. You have these mosquito screens that they got out here in Florida. Next level technology.
Yeah.
Fun all year round.
Nice.
No critters.
I like
no
West
nothing.
Nile personally.
Yeah.
I've been hearing the sirens call to Florida. Every Ohioan eventually just goes to Florida when they hit like 65. And I'm a bit away from there, but I hear the song, right? It's calling to me. I'm going to be making my way down there sooner rather
You're in
than
your
later, I think.
30s.
I know, but like, it's not like a loud song, but there are some notes.
Some notes that you're getting through a wall, through another building.
M-I-C.
So, Joe, I need to get your thoughts on this. So, one, Mike Minotti here, the one whose penis we will be covering in a moment. He is an avowed Disney adult.
Oh, yes.
And I know among wrestlers,
One of those.
yeah, there are plenty of those in the
Oh,
wrestling
yeah.
world. What are your thoughts on the Disney?
Well, let me give you a little background. I actually have extensive history with Disney. My father opened up the Tejan Terrace in the original Disneyland. I grew up most of my life backstage at the Disneyland Park,
Wow.
and my family's been heavily involved with the company at various times in my life. And
That's cool.
I can say one thing. Being a part of that company and seeing how it's grown over the years, that there is nothing sadder in this world than you Disney adults and your constant patronage to the company. Because we make it for the kids, right? Like we're trying to give the kids good memories, and then the adults are in there like, move, it's me and my special time. And it's just, it's sad and it's a sickness. And it's just, at some point, I really hope the state of Florida does something to address it, because that's where most of you do end up coming down and living in your
Some
cults.
sort of work release program where maybe they can make up for their crimes by improving the parks themselves.
I mean, Mickey ears might as well be an application to join the Hell Bop Club, because I mean, it's a cult.
Evan's scared.
What would the Disney
sick.
Kool-Aid taste like, Mike Minotti? What kind of
Dole
like,
Whip.
okay, Dole Whip.
flavor of
That
course.
sounds good.
Yeah.
I might be
Yeah,
on
it's
board.
It's not cool like wrestling adults, right?
No, wrestling adults. Not
yeah.
cultish at all.
No.
Salt of the earth.
The coolest folks. Right?
Yeah. Super
There's
rational.
not even
Bucks
rational
like that.
takes. Some of the most rational takes you'll ever hear.
Yeah, there's no
everything.
chanting.
No.
No.
Yeah.
No merchandise buying.
No merchandise.
No.
None of that stuff.
Which fandom do you think is more obnoxious? But let's rate them, best to worst, from hardcore gamers, adult wrestling fans, and Disney adults. What's the best? What's
Can we
the
throw
worst?
anime
Nowhere.
nerds in there
Well,
for fun too?
oh, yeah.
You're all four.
Like you're talking about which one's the worst.
The most obnoxious.
I know which one's the saddest.
Oh, which one?
Well, that'd be the Disney.
Oh, okay, yeah.
but
Do I look sad to you?
Yeah.
He's happy.
Look how happy I am.
He's so
You
happy.
know,
I'm saying.
counterpoint to all that thing about how it's for the kids. Fuck them kids.
See the viciousness? That's what they really are.
The kids aren't
They're
paid for a
vicious.
cent of any of that.
They're vicious
Yeah,
kid
burying their
assaulters.
fangs.
You know, like they're just.
Like salivating. Like,
Yeah.
get out of the way. It's a fireworks show about
We're gonna rip
cartoons.
off
I need to watch
rip
this.
off the mask. I can tell you that much right now. It's all gonna come
The
out.
dark truth coming out of here.
Okay, here we go.
Wait, should we? Okay, one thing we do whenever we introduce people to Mike Minotti is we try to. We explained he goes by a name online, his handle, and we want to see if people can guess it and then see how they react when they hear it.
Okay.
So, Mike, what is your handle that you've used for a long time online?
Tolkoto.
Tolkoto. What do you think?
When you
that's-
find out what this means, don't sugarcoat your reaction. Just give us your
just
real
the
raw
clean-
emotion.
Maybe it means
Tolkoto.
nothing to him. Maybe it means nothing to Joe. I don't know.
At this point, it means nothing, but I have a feeling it's going to make me a lot. It's going to make me very disappointed here in a second. So we're at nothing.
Yeah.
We're at
Yeah.
nothing.
I have
Dan,
a
do you
feeling
want to
we're
explain
heading
it?
to disappointment.
Could go down
but
from
I
here.
don't know. Yeah, we could be like it could be high five territory. This can go a lot of ways, and I'm kind of excited about
Oh,
it.
don't get
It's not going to be high five territory.
Yeah, put the hand away.
It's a portmanteau. Is that the phrase, Joe?
That's
Or
it.
the phrase. Yeah,
Yes.
portmanteau.
Yep.
Of the man who created Lord of the Rings, J.R.R. Tolkien, and the
Tolkien.
man who created Mario, Shigeru Miyamoto, Tolkien, Miyamoto, Tokoto.
Well, folks, it was awesome having Samoa Joe on the
This was
podcast.
awesome.
Yeah, thanks, Joe.
I cannot wait to do this never again.
Here's the pitch.
So-
Here's the pitch, though. Here's the pitch, though. Tokoto, Samoa Joe, Tokojo.
Ooh.
It's the tag team.
Whatever it keeps
Do you
you.
have you want a lawyer you want us to call or anything? Yeah.
Yeah, and you did the pineapple thing, and that made it so much more visually worse. I just
Just coming
you
together.
put my Joe in a Colto, and I didn't like it.
You want your Joe out of the Koto.
Joe must be free.
That's fair. Well, folks, obviously this is a call-in show. 707 exit flu is the phone number that you can call to leave us a voicemail about anything. We asked you very kindly to be chill and normal and not a fucking mark in the voicemail mailbox.
That's a list.
And
We did
we'll see
okay.
how it went. I don't know. We haven't listened to him yet. So, Joe, would you like to take the honors and go first?
So choose one of these. The top one is that, and then you can pick any of these here.
Let's go cookie dough.
Cookie dough.
Yeah, let's go to
Yeah.
91.
So, did you guys know that you could just microwave some cookie dough? And it's like hot raw cookie dough. So it's pretty
Yo,
cool. It's pretty cool.
hey,
I'm
you know
gonna
what?
have some right now.
It's Americans like you that make this country great, and I appreciate that call.
It's pretty good.
I would have not known that cookie dough got hotter in the microwave.
Yeah, thanks for telling us.
You put it in the
No,
freezer,
like,
it
if I
actually
knew
gets
this
colder,
is like,
too, yeah.
if I know we were talking to these kind of casts, I would have brought my notebook.
Yeah.
And it's like
This is the
it's like,
dynamism that makes America great.
It's like using ChatGPT. This is crazy.
Yeah.
Boys. This is
Okay.
hot cookie dough.
Is it melty?
I mean, he just said it was hot cookie dough, so it's still the same exact form, just warmer. Now, I want to be clear. I am worried that I'm going to try this
No.
and like it a lot.
You're gonna
Well,
get
eventually,
so sick.
You'll just cook the cookie dough eventually in the
Yeah,
microwave.
but is it going to rise? Because it's like, doesn't
No,
the
it
microwave
doesn't.
like kind of destroy the
It's
water?
gonna- It's just
not
gonna fall
destroy, but-
apart. It's gonna get liquidy and gross and runny because it's
How would it get
it's too
runny?
much heat. It's too much heat too fast. You can't bake in the microwave.
Would
I'm
it be
going to
a
do this
liquid?
tonight.
Would it be a liquid? Like, would you eat this with a spoon, or would you put it in a glass?
No, I think it's still going to be
Vile,
mostly.
both of
I don't
them.
think it's
Both
going to
of them are
liquefy.
vile.
Why would
I
it
think
liquefy?
it's
Yeah,
just going
the
to
water's
be.
going to get hot.
I think it's just going to be a really like bland, like in terms of color. It's not going to take on that golden brown look. I think it's just going to be a cookie.
This is psychosemantic. Let's be honest. This is you realizing you're the guy eating raw cookie dough, and I'm like, oh, but I microwaved for 30 seconds, so I'm not a piece of garbage. So this is what this is.
No,
It's
that's
not
the thing.
Technically,
There's
I cook.
Yeah, this is better than the cavemans could have done. So I am a civilized man.
Yeah.
When did they? Wait, cavemen didn't have cookies, obviously. When were cookies like? When do you think the first cookie was?
Dan, do you think Jesus Christ had a
yeah.
cookie?
They've taught me on the show recently that like certain crops are
Yeah.
like only in certain regions.
Yeah.
So like we were talking about like in like
They've
Jesus
taught
times, like
me
he never had a
recently.
tomato or something. Like did Jesus
He did,
never have a
corn was
tomato?
the one you're upset about. You're upset that at the idea that Jesus never ate corn.
Okay, so let me ask this, Samoa Joe. Do you think like Julius Caesar ever had corn on the cob?
No,
Why?
crops weren't around.
And you knew this before this just now?
Yeah.
What crops do you think were around back then?
Well, probably like simple wheats, bulgurs, stuff like
The
that.
fuck is a bulgur?
Stuff that was like native to the land.
And corn's not.
No.
No.
Corn feels like it should be ancient and everywhere.
Yeah.
Like,
It
you know,
is.
like,
I mean, well, it is.
It's
It's
just
yeah,
not
it is.
there.
Just not there.
It's
you know?
ancient.
Joe,
Yeah.
here's the thing. I know like two things basically. I know
Yeah.
I know wrestling and I know video games.
Yeah.
And then
Listen,
I've learned a lot.
I knew that when you took this job so many years ago.
Cookies dropped in the
seventh.
cookies dropped in the 7th century.
Okay.
Really?
When was Caesar?
Long
Zero
before that.
way
century.
before.
So
Century
Caesar
one.
never had a cookie?
No.
Caesar never had a cookie. He probably had unleavened bread that maybe sometimes had some sugar in it,
Maybe some sugar on it.
but
Yeah.
that's about as close as he got.
Cora does have a question here. Would Jesus Christ have loved Oreo cookies?
Yeah,
And
everybody does.
I think so. Yes,
I don't even that's a question.
I think everybody would, yeah.
I think so too.
What would the Julius Caesar themed flavored Oreos taste like? Like stale red wine?
Yeah.
Sounds great.
What's backstabbing taste like? Yeah, I don't know.
Tastes like disappointment in your friends. That's what it would taste like.
Eat
You had
two
the Post
cookie.
Malone
Yeah.
Oreos? They've been trying the Post Malone Oreos.
Yeah.
They're not hot on. Have you had them?
No, I haven't.
Okay,
I had the Coke ones, which were more of a novelty than good.
Okay.
Did you
Tastes like Coke.
did you taste the Oreo Coca-Cola?
Yeah.
Did
That's
you
good.
like that?
I could have one or two. I don't think I could eat a bunch of them. Like,
Yeah.
just
Oh, I
too
love it.
weird.
But not,
No,
not
I
the
don't think they're
Oreos
good.
that taste like
No,
Coca-Cola,
the
but
Coca-Cola
the
that tastes like Oreos.
Oh
That
no,
you
I've
drink.
had that too. Yeah, we did both here actually at a show. Somebody brought both.
Oh, really?
And we did like a
That was a party, Joe.
yeah, it was wild. It was like me, Renee Young, a couple other people were like, "Oh, we gotta
Oh,
try
I
this
didn't
stuff
know
out."
you got down. Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, y'all get down.
It's like the Wild Years. This is what like Taker and those guys were doing in the
Yeah.
early 90s. Yeah. I've heard those stories, yeah.
And then we crushed it up and
Oh, hey, next
family
voicemail.
got real weird.
Mike, you want to hit us with the next voicemail? You want to pick it?
Yes, I will like to pick Gosh.
Can y'all do a live show in Denver so I can meet people and have friends? Gosh. Fuck.
I'll answer this. Yes, we are coming to Denver as soon as possible.
Giant Bomb or
Yeah,
AEW?
Giant Bomb is coming
Shit,
to Denver.
okay.
I, as a obviously official spokesperson of the program, I'd like to let you know that no cost will be spared. We're going to spend tons of money. Everybody's fine on business.
Fantastic.
We're getting the best hotel.
Like a business?
Because our guys deserve it, and
Wow.
I don't know. We might do the whole 2 weeks, maybe the whole month in Denver. Just depends on how much the mansion that we're going to rent is going to cost us. So we're still figuring
Oh,
out
the mansion. Oh, I was thinking we do Red
Oh,
Rocks.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
We'll show it to the expense people and everything, and Joe said
Yeah.
it, so we're good. Yeah.
Can I
Yeah,
get a
Joe,
retro tink?
Yeah.
Do you think anyone has done a podcast at that Red Rocks amphitheater, that outdoor amphitheater in the
That building
mountains?
is
I'm
gorgeous.
sure. Yeah.
Podcast at Red Rocks. I'm looking it up.
I saw
Good
some concerts
acoustics.
there. It's really amazing. Yes.
It is.
It's, yeah.
You love Denver,
They've
Jeff.
done.
Yep.
It seems
I
like
miss it a lot.
last podcast on the left has done an episode there.
Interesting.
They did in
No.
2021.
So, Joe, you've just given us, permission or demand to go to Colorado.
Yeah.
I want to ask permission on behalf of this podcast here. We talk about wrestling a lot,
Sure.
and it really annoys our audience when we use, shoot, work, things
Oh,
like
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And so we did have Jeff Jarrett on here about 6 months ago or so, and he said we're good to keep doing that. We're just kind of trolling the audience. Can we use the insider terminology?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
Absolutely.
All right. If there was any question,
Because
at this point,
soon the world will learn that everything's a work, and
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Exactly.
yes.
yeah.
All right.
What
So-
it really is when you learn the lingo, what you really it's like when you find out about the Matrix and you take the right pill. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
no,
Like
for
you
sure.
realize
Yes.
Yeah.
it's all a work, Daddy. And then when
It's
I
all
hear
a
people
work.
say that, I go, hey, listen, this guy's unplugged. He knows what's up.
Okay. So no comments can ever complain about that ever again because
No.
Samoa Joe just gave us permission.
It's a
have
work
the
shoot world.
freaking
But no, I
blessing.
will say this: nobody in the comments, you're all not allowed to use it now because you're horrible, and that's wrong that
Wow.
you persecute my boys like
Got
this.
Well, they're a bunch of marks.
Y'all fair.
Yeah.
Got him.
Yeah.
I catch any of y'all on the street talking about kayfabe is gonna be an issue, man. There's a perch flying around. Damn it!
I love this. Yes. Excellent.
Is
Joe's
there
gonna kill you. I had to,
anything-
sorry.
In Denver that you wouldn't eat. So you've entered
Yeah.
the city of Denver,
Gotcha.
Colorado, and they're
Yellow
like,
snow.
someone is like, yellow snow. Nice, Mike. It's fucking funny, dude.
I just ground you to a halt.
Never mind, dude.
No,
great at
actually, I
this
need you to
show.
complete the thought because I don't understand what you're
The
talking about.
thought
get
was
the
like,
question.
is there a flavor of cuisine that you would be like, I think I'm Gucci
Oh.
on this?
Sushi?
Like, yeah.
But
So
I
fish
know
for me, I
Kansas.
think
had
is
sushi
the
in
move.
Kansas, you know?
Yeah, I have a rule about fish and a certain amount of distance from the ocean.
From the ocean.
And, Yeah, I ain't getting a lot of Midwest sushi. I'm not saying
But if it's like
bad. I'm just saying.
If it's like a major metropolitan city, like if it's like Chicago, I think you'd be okay because they probably are getting stuff
They're on
thrown in
the
every
lake.
day to Chicago.
They got a lake
Well, they're on the
there.
lake. They could probably just have lake fish, sure. But yeah, I'm not gonna get a lot of fresh fish in Cleveland here.
For the first 10
We have a
years
lake,
I ate
too.
sushi, it was from a gas station in Kansas.
Oh,
Yeah, and I liked it. It was pretty good.
I know you did.
Yeah.
And-
Guess where the only place I
figured
ever
you
ate
would.
sushi was?
Where?
It was in Walt
Disneyland.
Disney World.
Yeah. Was it good, Mike? Did you like it?
No, I don't know what I was expecting from sushi, but it did feel and taste like raw fish.
Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because what
Could have
that's
been worse.
Oh, yeah, I pretty much encapsulated it.
Yeah, I think that was it.
Find it.
There was some rice involved. Sometimes they had the
Yeah.
seaweed. I'll tell you what,
They
the
do that.
seaweed was a no-go. The seaweed was a big no. I could do the raw fish again sometime. I don't understand the seaweed aspect of it.
So, to give you another education on Mike Minotti here,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
kind of
learning
weird
so
about
much
food
about
and
him.
stuff. Yeah, we haven't even got to his penis yet. He has a phobia of fruits. So, like apple is a big one for him. Like he'll leave the room if there's like an apple.
I was eating
The
an
old
apple
Cinderella
at my
syndrome,
house.
or was it Snow White syndrome?
Oh yeah. Yes.
I was eating an apple at my house on a video call, and Mike had to get up and leave the room about it.
It was disgusting.
Is it the aesthetic? Is it the crunch and the bite and the whole
The
nine?
wetness,
juices.
right?
It's that is such a big part of it, Joe. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's everything. It's that stank that's on all of them. Yeah,
What do you
the
mean by
watery
that?
bits and all the fibery parts and those two little stupid seeds in there, or however many seeds there are. Why are they hiding the seeds? Why are the seeds so small?
It's not a
doesn't make
conspiracy. They're
You know what I love is that he's describing a specific apple that fucked up his life. So many years ago. That two-seeded red skin
old two-seed
motherfucker with all the
bastard.
fiber and that shit. Ah! Like
God.
every apple has to take the hit for that one apple that like choked him when he was 3.
They really have patched apples, though, is the thing. They're
Yeah.
so
They got
much
rid of the
better.
seeds.
We're on like 2.7 at this point, dude.
Dude.
It's like,
Cosmic Crisp goes crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Now
He's
those
right about
fuckers
that.
are wet. They're wet.
yeah, they are juicy.
Okay,
oh,
this
they
is
were.
This is just branding. We're calling them like Cosmo Kramer apples.
It is.
now.
It
Some
literally is
people
the
would be
Coca-Cola
excited.
of apples. That's
Yes.
literally. You know why they do that? Because they tried to patent the apples, but it's like they take 20 years to grow, and that's how long a patent lasts. So they just came up with trademarks instead. And so when you go to the store, you're like, I'm going to get that one, and that's how they got around that. That
An apple
actually
takes
is a
20
conspiracy.
An apple takes 20 years to grow? That seems...
An apple tree takes
yeah.
20 years to grow.
Okay, that makes more
The
sense.
tree.
Yeah.
So by
Okay.
the time
Yeah.
that they would be able to start growing them, the copyright or the patent
I
would
see.
be
Yeah.
would be
Okay.
over.
We need
You
to get him some
go-
of that high-end Japanese fruit that is guaranteed to be delicious. Maybe that'll.
Yeah.
They have like different fruits over there.
Square
Right? The one you only see in like
watermelons.
Animal Crossing. It's, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I just thought about this. It's weird because like I love cinnamon. I've probably eaten way more tree bark in my life than like tree fruits at this point.
Tree
Oh
fruits.
man.
Just loose tree bark, just walking into the park.
I think I'd rather gnaw on the bark at this point than stick an apple in my mouth.
Okay, so we're walking into any park in this great nation that has no
Sure.
problems, and I have in one hand 5 grapes, and in the other hand I give you a pocket knife,
Wait,
and I say
okay, where's
go.
this going?
And I say go get some wood from a tree.
Go scrape some bark.
You
Yeah.
would rather go get wood from a tree and eat
Well-
that than the 5 grapes?
I'm not going to be ridiculous here because, like, not all wood
No.
is cinnamon, right? I don't know how safe it is.
That's
to
really
just-
true.
and the nice thing about
Most
the
wood
grapes,
is cinnamon, but not all.
the grapes I can just kind of force down without chewing, so it won't be good.
you're
And I
just
might
swallowing
choke.
grapes?
Just take a risk. You just loosen the throat and just pour the grapes down there.
I just don't want to have to chew them and get
slip
the
and
water
slide.
out. I don't want the water out.
That's gonna be my new favorite insult. This dude swallows grapes.
He eats grapes whole. This motherfucker eats grapes whole.
I'll let the stomach juices take care of it. No, what are they there for?
Your throat is only so wide.
All right, you got to work that into a promo at some point.
This dude swallows grapes whole. That's all I know.
You know, there's like sword swallowers in some cultures. I'll just learn to do that with like
It's
a
just
stick.
like
Just
that.
gonna get it down. Okay, I should stop with this motion.
No, that's good. We got it already. It's too late.
We got him, everybody.
now. Fuck.
Oh, God.
Damn.
All right, move-
I guess we'll do another
About my
voicemail.
penis.
Grubb, which one do you want?
Yeah, let's see here. Let's go with phone out of his pocket.
Ooh.
Good one.
Hey, Dumpers. A little tipsy. Wanted to give you guys a call, and oh my God, I forgot how to make a phone call all of a sudden. I had to really think about it. Anyway, hey, can Dan show Joe how to get his phone out of his pocket? Also, is there anything you guys do backwards? Love you. Bye.
Okay. So I need
Bye,
to
thank
explain
you.
this. This came up a few episodes
No,
ago.
no, stop.
Yeah.
Just take your phone out of your
Wait,
pocket.
can I ask him how
Nope.
he does it first?
No,
Okay.
you just
All
take
right.
your phone
And
out of your
and
pocket.
do it the way that you were doing
Do
it.
it the way that
There's
you
no
were doing
updates.
it.
Okay.
No updates.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right, audio listeners. He's put his phone in his pocket.
Now he's standing
Screen
up.
is facing
Get the
outwards.
call. Hang on. Hang on. Oh, wait, it's upside down. I fucked that up. Hang on. Let me try that again.
All right.
Wait, is
All
it
right.
gonna call?
Take
Right.
your phone out of your pocket.
Okay.
Here we go.
So
Dude.
take two.
Of this
The
human
phone's
task.
in your pocket.
There's so much wrist wringling. Oh, my
Yeah.
God.
Okay,
All right.
so what is your thought? Just is there anything weird about what you just saw?
It's just incredibly inefficient. It's just there's a lot of extra flourish
How do you do it?
going on. I do the pull.
Well, Joe,
So, like,
Joe, the question was like, do you put your phone in screen towards your leg or screen out?
I do towards my leg.
Yeah, you're
As
doing
most
but you're
humans
right
do.
side up,
Yeah.
screen in.
Yeah, and then it's the pinch,
Yep.
pinch,
Lift.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
See?
Let me see if I'm doing it
That's
right.
it.
Okay, so pinch.
Pinch.
That is like right side up. That does seem a lot
Yeah.
quicker.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's like an efficiency thing. You know?
Okay.
Because like here, you're also like when you pull out here, you're kind of doing this flourish wrist thing,
Yeah.
and you're gonna drop you drop
a
your
lot.
phone twice doing that.
I've never dropped a phone. I've never broken a phone ever.
Okay.
Yeah, but I do.
Well, that's why you're so
God.
confident with it. You know what it really is that you're stunting on everybody, and nobody likes to fucking
Yeah.
see it.
Thank you.
That's
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah.
Revolver
That's
onslaught tricks.
Yeah,
here.
and you're over here like, well, I'm Salt Bay of phone taking out and you do the thing, and
Yeah, he's like a
now you're
marine
just-
with his weapon
There
and
we
whatever,
go.
doing all the twirls. Yeah.
I feel vindicated at this point.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you. Thank you.
yeah. Because when I saw that, I was me like, that's a little extra and gross. I hate it. Like the minute I saw you take your phone out.
You weren't impressed?
Yeah, I was just like, ew.
Oh,
Wow,
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just take it out like a normal person.
Okay. The pinch.
We hate
Yeah,
looking
yeah,
at
yeah.
it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I will try, but it's a lot of muscle memory.
Yeah.
The second question in this is kind of I'm still working on it. The second question in that
everything you do
voicemail
backwards.
is is there anything that you do backwards?
This is very specific, but the NSO Nintendo Switch games, right? You can organize those old
Yeah.
like Super Nintendo
Yeah.
games.
Yes.
I think most people organize it from the top to the bottom. For some reason in my brain, I'm like, no, the most important games go on the bottom, and then I work my way to the top.
Why?
I think that I know why you do that, because when they give you a new game, it goes to the top automatically.
I think that's what it is.
Oh,
yeah. So
yeah.
the new ones. But I also, when you guys imagine years, do you have like a mental calendar that you kind of?
Oh,
Years?
this is a great question.
Yeah,
So
it's like
yes,
a timeline.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. So when you
timeline.
envision a calendar, for me, it's 6 and 6. So it's January to June on one side, and then July to December on the other side of the calendar in 2 columns. If I were to envision a calendar in my mind.
For like months of the year?
Yes.
I just see it as
Is
a
that what
straight
you were
line,
asking?
Basically. I think
I
there's
see it
like
I see
years.
it more
Like,
of
when
a
I
year by year thing. Yeah.
Yeah, like if I think back to 84, I picture like a timeline and then it goes back, like to the left.
Damn.
I
But the weird
have
thing
a
is
pile.
like it's like, like 90, 91, 92, 93, but like, and it always like stacks again when you get to the next one. But when it happened to 90 to 2000s, the line just kept going for a bit, only for those 2 decades. And then it stacks up again above the 2000s for me.
Did you
That
follow
makes
me
sense.
that?
I did.
I did. I don't.
You know what? I don't know if I should be terrified that I kind of did follow it.
Joe gets it. Joe gets it. Joe's a smart guy.
Joe's a secret Mike Minotti. That's what I think what's really happening here.
I'm going to see a guy in a goofy hat. I'm like, Joe! He's going to be like,
I'll see you at Club 33 later.
oh boy, here we go. First Mai Tais on me.
The only timeline I have is like 2 days from now, 2 days to the past, and everything outside of that 4-day window is a pile of time that it was back then and yet to come. That's it.
Okay, days of the week. Oh, you're looking at a calendar in your head. First day of the week. Is it Sunday? Is it Monday?
Oh, it's Monday.
That's insane.
Yeah.
It's you look at a calendar and it's Sunday.
I mean, in practice, no, my week starts on a Monday. I can say it starts on a Sunday.
But like if you're picturing a calendar,
But
like
the way I'm acting on a Sunday, it's definitely my week has not started.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
but
you talk about when do I start my week? My week starts on Monday because on Sunday, nothing started on Sunday.
but I say Sunday is it's clearly the first day of the week. Based on the
Absolutely.
calendar. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're saying your week.
Yeah, my week.
Yeah,
You asked me what do I count my week?
All right,
Yeah,
fair.
It
Joe
starts
time.
Monday, bro.
Okay. That's fair.
Damn. Well, I'm glad that we know how to tell time
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
We're all
That's
adults.
important. We didn't
Yeah.
know that before. When was the last time you bought a calendar?
I have this
every year.
retro Sega calendar right behind me. It's the Dreamcast month right now. See?
Oh,
Happy
We-
Dreamcast month.
happy Dreamcast.
We do
month.
dog calendars. We got dog calendars. So we got the month-to-month puppy one, and then we got the 365 like we rate dogs calendar. So
Oh,
a lot of
that's
dogs
good.
stuff.
fine.
I have a bunch of calendars hanging at my office that have just been there for years and I haven't taken them down yet. So I really got to get
Hell
going
yeah.
on that.
What year is it,
I think the
Joe?
oldest one is like in 2009. Is like in a back corner
Whoa.
somewhere.
Yeah, you've got some stuff that you're obligated to stop. If you think it's 2009 still.
It's just it's that back corner we never use. I'm like,
You know, but
God.
frogs calendar.
Yeah.
It's like 1992. Yeah.
It's my Kathy Ireland.
Hell yeah.
My Kathy,
Now we're talking.
1977.
Oh, you just popped two 40-year-old guys. Yeah.
I have to Google Kathy Ireland.
have a
Kathy
good time.
Ireland.
No.
I don't. All I have to do is type the letter K, and she just comes right up for some reason.
Boy, I was,
Is that the girl who likes ice cream?
I bet you.
She was
Anyways.
she was in Necessary Roughness. She was the kicker.
that's
She kicks
right.
the guy
Yeah.
in the balls.
Not the Sunday Funnies, Kathy. This is a different Kathy.
No, that's a different
No, she is
Kathy.
not the ack Kathy.
She never had a case of the Mondays. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she is like the platonic reverse of the ack Kathy.
Yeah.
I
She
got
was
you
never
then,
used
okay.
to sell low-fat yogurt, if you know what I mean.
God.
Did you
whose
Google
turn is-
Kathy Ireland?
Yeah, I did. It's a person.
She was super hot in the 90s. You got like
Yes.
back in the 90s.
Do I have to
that
type
was
in
the hottest woman I
1990?
could imagine.
I mean, she's probably still
I'm going to let this person
Oh, she's
judge
still-
their
of course.
appearance.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course she is. Yeah, she's a beautiful person.
I was
Must
watching
have
an old
sucked to be
wrestling
alive
show
back
the other
then.
day that had Cindy Margolis on it, and that brought me back to a certain age of the internet.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was the time.
Uh-huh.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Who are these people? You're making all of these people up.
Nick is very young.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah.
Cindy Margolis
He's
was on
like-
Price is What, right?
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
shit. A Barker babe.
Ooh.
I'll buy that.
She was
for
on
$1.
during the show's 22nd season and then was a temporary fill-in during its 24th season. And I learned that on pricesright.fandom.com.
That's kind of
Make your
rough.
way
Yeah.
To not be a
Fandom.com.
full-time Barker babe, to be like a Barker babe, like villain.
part-time.
Like, I'm not here
Okay.
forever.
There's a lot of pictures of this woman holding popcorn boxes.
That's fun.
Like Pop Secrets.
She was really known for
Jolly
popcorn
time.
work.
Well, is it Grubb? Is it your turn for
Yeah.
voiced mail?
No, I think I just
did the
picked
last
one, right?
Oh, so is
Dan's
it?
turn.
It's
Or
Dan's
your turn, Nick.
My turn?
Yeah,
Let's
do Dan.
go
We'll do Dan.
with, how about all caps, sorry. Oh.
What's up, dumpers? It's time for social anxiety. Pick your poison. You have to pick one of these two quirks and abide by it for the rest of your life and never explain it. Either every time you apologize to someone for any reason at any time, you have to say it sarcastically. Sorry. Or every time you say goodbye to someone, anyone, for any reason, you have to say with the utmost sincerity, bye. I love you.
Ooh.
What you picking and
Oh.
why? Thanks.
It's-
love you. Hi, Samoa Joe.
Thank you, caller. It's the second one easy.
Easy.
Yeah, because you
Easy.
could make that a thing, right? That's
Yeah.
just the thing he does when he says goodbye.
Yeah.
Like
No,
I feel
but-
I could live with that.
Sure, with people you know, but like, let's say you're getting off a plane.
Let's say
and-
it's us, right?
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
were
I
at
know,
the
for
bus
sure.
stop. I say, hey, how you doing? How you doing? You're like, oh, you're out
Yeah,
of here?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to get out of here. I love you.
Yeah,
That's
it's
all
weird,
right.
yes.
yeah.
But I need to say sorry when I'm sorry, and I need to mean
Yeah.
it. Like,
Yeah.
that would be rough.
It is the gulf between an inauthentic apology and the ways that goes over, and an I love you that a person has to be like, they don't mean that. They're just saying it. It's a compulsion. That gulf is so big that I think you have to pick the second one. Because if you try to if you do something really bad and then you apologize and it's a shitty apology every time.
But you have to say goodbye way more than you say sorry. And so I'm thinking about just the things like, oh, let's say I'm deplaning and the flight attendant is like, oh, goodbye. And then I was like, goodbye, I love you. Like, that's weird. Versus like saying sorry is typically to people close to you and stuff. And I can explain like to my wife that like, sorry, the genie says I have to be sarcastic, and I can explain it, you know?
I don't think you're allowed to explain it.
I don't think you're allowed to explain it.
No, you can't.
Well,
I'm from the Midwest.
And technically, I kind of already lived my life by the first one anyways, if you ask anybody that lives with me. So I don't know if anything's going to be that much different.
Yeah. Joe, you can get away with that more than some of us. You know? I'm from the Midwest and I have Catholic guilt. I'm saying sorry a lot. It's going to be a big problem.
Yeah, I'll say I love you to whoever. Listen, I kind of do love the flight attendant because I didn't die on the plane.
Yeah,
you know?
But that just sounds creepy. Or let's like anytime you're leaving a room, you know, like an usher at the theater is like, oh, bye.
Usher? Is it the theater? I will say I love you to Usher.
Okay.
I think I'll say it the way like that is in line with what the genie wants, but I'll mean it in the way that I mean it, which is like, goodbye, I love you. And what I'm saying there is I love you for the work you're doing and the fact that you like took care of me in the situation. I do mean that. It means a lot to me.
Okay. I agree that I would rather have to do the I love you thing. I'm not buying Grubb's whole I'm going to make it work.
I know. It's not going to work most of the time, but like the alternative is way worse to me. So I'm going to try my best to make it work.
Yeah.
Like, how do you make it work? Do you like do the I love you and then try to bro it up afterwards? Like, I love you. You motherfucker.
I typically would try to add like brother to the end. I love you, brother. Yeah. I would. A little salt on top to make it go down a little easier.
Oh, God darn it.
That's good. That's good. I think people just need it. I think it's nice. I just think it's nice. Also, caller sounded like movie phone.
Oh, the voice? Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Welcome to Movie Phone.
Yeah, good voice on you, caller.
You're too young to know movie phone.
I called. No. Here, I have two sad telephone stories. My first one is that sometimes when I was bored and alone, I would call movie phone because it was a different voice to listen to. The second one is that when I was a child. So it was in the 6th grade. One of my favorite things to do.
Amazon you a hug?
I didn't know it was going to be the saddest thing I ever heard.
Holy crap.
The second thing is that I used to call 411 for fun because A, it was a different person to talk to, and B, because I thought that they somehow had more information than the internet would. So I have a very vivid memory of being on the phone with this 411 operator, I swear to God, gang, for like a half an hour, trying to figure out what the biggest McDonald's in the country was, because I wanted to talk to the workers at the McDonald's and ask them what it was like to work at the biggest McDonald's in the country. And this woman was so nice to me. She was like, I guess we'll look it up. And I guess we were like, I didn't even remember what we did. Eventually I ended up like calling this McDonald's and they didn't pick up because it's a fucking McDonald's and they don't answer the phone.
Yeah, the idea of calling the McDonald's is unhinged.
Yeah.
Do they even have a phone that rings inside there?
I
would
worked at
listen.
McDonald's. Yeah, I've
There's a real
phone.
phone.
McDonald's phone before.
I'm so
insane.
sad I didn't get to hear the interview. It would have been like the Chris Farley show.
Yeah.
So is it cool? Nice.
You remember that time
Are
you guys
the fries
released
bigger?
the Big Mac? Yeah, it was awesome.
My sad phone story is when I was a budding young man. Puberty, a horny young fella, you'd say. You're following. You're following. Yes, okay. I would be too afraid to do this at home, so I would ride my bike to the pool, and they had a pay phone out front. Yeah. And I would dial it, and you could call 900 numbers, and you had to enter a credit card number before it actually charged you. Mm-hmm. So there would be like a little thing that would like a voice that would play first. And I would call 1-900, and I would just guess 7-digit, like 1-900
hot legs.
Yeah, hot legs or wet sex with 2 X's or hot sex with 2 X's. And I would just listen to the sultry voice, be like, "Ooh, you've called wet sex 900 wet enter your credit card," like just to hear the like lady voice.
That's good.
Like, horny, and then I'd remember and go home.
That's
I don't
great.
feel comfortable being in this room.
my sad phone story is I was trying to see pornography on the internet on a 56K modem, and I found a website that seemed to have the stuff that I was searching for, and but they were like, well, really, to get this, you got to enter this number into your modem and call directly. So I did that, and I'm like, well, that worked, and this is, the most I've ever seen. This is fantastic. Yeah. And then the bill came for it was dialing a Internet 900 number, and it was like $300. And I remember I remember my dad being like, my mom was like, Mike, what was it? Like, what kind of porn was it? And he's like, it was naked cartoons, honey. And he goes, he's a red-blooded American. That's going to be burned in my head for the rest of my life.
Really
I'll probably not go a day without thinking about red-blooded American because of that.
Naked cartoons.
They're like on different floors. Like they were like we were upstairs. My dad was like going through the computer, seeing what I was doing, and she was downstairs just disappointed. Yeah.
Oh no!
Jesus Christ.
Well, that was good. Thanks, caller. Give me Sean on the sticks. Thank you, Sean. Sean, can you give me Joe Pesci, please, for 200?
Hi, this is Mike from Ohio. I was wondering, who is your favorite Joe, aside from Samoa Joe, of course? I like Joe Pesci. I think he's funny in those Home Alone movies. Thank you.
Boy, that Mike from Ohio sounded very familiar.
It sounds real familiar.
Mike, when you want to do your voice so it's obvious that it's you, do you do something specific? Because that sounded more like you than you have on this entire show.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I turned on the old Mike Minotti Trump. Now, in my defense, when I sent that, it's when I thought I wasn't going to be on the show. I'm not much of a mark for myself. But yeah, I think my answer is Joe Pesci.
Okay,
Best Joe?
What?
You think he's the best Joe?
Well, what's yours, Dan?
Besides from Samoa,
my grandfather, Joe Reichert.
Oh my God!
The grocery is that the grocery store
guy?
one?
Yeah.
They're all grocery store guys. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Every Reichert's a grocery store guy. Yes.
I like Joe Latrugio.
Okay, who's that?
That's all right. It's fine. He's in Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh,
Jake Peralta's friend.
Yeah, he's funny.
Yeah.
He's good.
I like Joey Pantalones. Joey Pants.
Oh wait, I didn't know Joey's counted. Fuck Joe Latruglio. Give me Joey Chestnut.
Okay, well, yeah, Joey's count.
Well, no, wait a second. I don't think Joey's do count.
But he's also Joe Pantalone. Like,
do people call him Joe Pantalones? Do people ever say, "Yo, Joe Chestnut"?
Okay, I don't know. All right.
Let's ask the Joe. Let's ask the Joe.
Okay.
Samoa Joe, do Joeys count as Joes?
As the official representative of the National Joe Association, Joey and Joel are both acceptable.
Did you ever go by either of those?
Yeah. Or Joe.
Oh,
okay. The double Joe.
Oh,
With the
then
Bizarre
I want
Adventure.
JoJo the singer.
Okay.
There we go.
JoJo the anime character. There we go.
Oh.
Well, we did it. That was easy.
No, well, now my favorite is Joel from Mystery Science Theater 3000.
See, and everybody's happier. Do you see what happened with that little change in the
you're
rules
right.
there?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's so much more happier with their choices.
Don't be
I
such a
can tell.
gatekeeper, Mike Minotti.
Yeah.
Right.
Guys, I learned a lot today. I've grown a lot as a person.
Joey Fatone.
Oh yeah.
No.
I'm on an IMDb list of famous Joes. One of these guys I went to high school with. The guy I went to high school with is ranked higher than Joey Fatone, which is crazy because he's not as famous.
I did write into Google ranking of Joes, and that didn't do much, actually.
We should do Mount
People have not
Rushmore
done
of
this a lot
Joes.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah, another great one, Joe Piscopo and Johnny Dangerously, another film from back. Yeah, Michael Keaton.
Yeah,
great
I've seen
flick.
that.
Great comedy flick.
Yeah.
Yeah, like my favorite Joe Piscopo movie is Dead Heat, that one where they die and become undead cops or whatever. That's a pretty good one.
Niki, have you heard of Joe Piscopo? There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. He's the guy that just disappeared at a certain point. And you have to be like 40-ish.
Yeah, well, once the 90s hit, he kind of, I don't know what happened to him.
We had a few years on SNL there.
Joe Piscopo 1 month ago was on Bill O'Reilly's YouTube show.
Okay,
Didn't he have like a Fox News radio show? I think he did, yeah.
Wow.
So that's what Mr. Piscopo is up to.
I had a girlfriend's mom who said I had the same hairline as Joe Piscopo.
Damn.
That's what I always think
nice.
about.
And you broke up immediately, right?
Yeah, I was like, I'm out of here.
Did any of you like Bazooka Joe, the bubble gum?
Oh, the
product?
gum?
Comics.
Yeah.
The
I
comic.
like getting the comics.
Yeah,
I mean,
Was that the one that came in the bucket?
Yeah, it did. And hey, what a happy-go-lucky guy for having one eyeball. You know what I'm saying? Like, well,
Yeah.
Bazooka.
Did
Yeah.
he lose it like in the
I don't. Yeah, somehow, some way.
He was a
He
child.
He was a child with an iPad. That's all I know.
Kid
He
wore.
was named after heavy artillery. Something was going on.
He blew too big of a bubble and it popped right in his eye.
Got him.
Yeah.
How much?
tough.
Oh, I clicked on the big buy now button on bazookajoe.com. And now
Oh,
I'm
you want to
looking
buy
at it.
like the big
Oh,
bucket?
you
Because
just
like
got a bucket of Bazooka Joe, buddy.
It's only
now you have to-
$18.
You
It's
can
225 gums.
Yeah.
All right,
you
I'll buy it right now.
got a bunch of
Concessions.
comics that are going to go nowhere. That's all I'm going to
Hell
tell you.
yeah.
you have to go to a little league baseball game now and sell.
It's the only way. Joe, you want to hit us with the next voicemail?
Sure.
Let's give you that there.
Let's go with Dubai.
The people in Dubai don't like the Flintstones, but the people in Abu Dhabi do.
Oh, boy.
What the hell?
Oh,
I
man.
was wondering where that was going.
Yeah.
Oh,
Got us. Got
Joe,
us.
remember when all of that, like, oh, men only but think about the Roman Empire once a week thing. I somehow turned it into I think about the Flintstones at least twice a week. How often do you think about the Flintstones?
Only in my most introspective days. Drum up the old images of Bedrock and all the fine folks and the way they survived.
When you have some Joe time on a Sunday, maybe. Like, you just lay back
Yeah,
and
on
think
a
about the
Sunday, Definitely
Flintstones.
some Flintstones thoughts going on in my head, let me tell you.
I'm trying to figure out. Oh,
Go ahead.
I'm trying to figure out. Did Fruity Pebbles was always Flintstones?
I think it was always
I think so.
Flintstones because it's
Yeah.
pebbles, right?
Yeah.
It's stones.
Yeah.
Well, it's supposed to be named after the daughter, right? Like
The daughter.
Right, her name is
Pebbles?
Pebbles.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, but
did
yeah, they're both named after stones, though.
Wait, that's nuts though. So the people at Post said we have this fruit cereal. We have to call Hanna-Barbera?
I don't know if it works that way. I think it probably works like the cartoon
Yep.
and like someone from the cartoon company and someone from the cereal company have lunch together. Like, we should do something. All right, let's come up with something. Like, all right, we'll get the scientists back in the the cereal vats working on something. Here's a bunch of options. What do you want to do? And then they present it.
Now,
or,
do
or
you
something
think
like
like
that.
they were like, we have two options here? We've got this one that's chocolate flavored and this other
Yes.
one that's fruity flavored. What are we gonna do? And there was
Someone
a
says,
giant
why not
fight.
both? Yeah.
It's all
Okay,
like,
so
guys, please.
A
we can
two-pronged
sell both
attack
of
on
them.
the taste buds of our nation's children. We got them now.
If we rank the importance of Flintstones, things in the Flintstones oeuvre.
Vitamins is one.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
vitamins.
but-
So that's what I was going to say. The program is 3 at the highest, right?
Yeah,
Well, there
I
was
think
a
so.
Because it's so maybe it's lower. So because
No, it's more important than
it's
the
vitamins.
John Goodman movie.
Vitamins
There were the
one.
wrestling movies. There were the John Goodman movies.
Yes.
So there's like
There was the
several different
Christmas
pillars.
Carol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wrestling
the,
is
the Christmas cereal commercial.
yes.
Oh, I'm hungry.
So
Back
it's
in
like
the world,
9
yeah.
on the list is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
I've turned
Yeah.
on my fucking reactions.
I do think about the vitamins pretty frequently. A big part of that is like the guy that was in charge of marketing for that was eventually the guy that was in charge of Sega of America. So I'm like, I just think about that once a week. So I'm right there with you, Mike.
Yeah.
But
I think that
mostly the
Flintstones vitamins probably helped like nutritionally in at least a non-significant way, right? Or a significant.
It's like it's still the best-selling vitamin of all time. Yes.
The best-selling vitamin of all time is an
it is, yeah.
insane sentence. Can I still get those?
That's America.
Not,
yeah, I
not
think they still sell
vitamin
them.
D, not vitamin C, vitamin
Flintstone. Yeah.
Vitamin Fred. Yeah.
The two, they're, oh my God.
What's wrong, Niki? The Flintstones seem to be flustering you.
There's a I'm looking at a Flintstones vitamin bottle that says gummies, Flintstones, picky kids plus iron.
What?
It's not even a stone.
As a parent, every single one of those things made sense to me.
Dude. Like,
Yeah.
They were like, I guess it's just fucking picky kids and iron. What does that mean?
Right there in the
kids
package.
need iron. They don't get a lot of iron, and then the picky kids won't eat certain vitamins. So
That's why they make them
all
gummies.
that made sense to me.
I like Dimetap
What is it?
when I was a kid. You ever have Dimetap?
Oh,
The grape?
that was the grape one.
Yeah,
That was
good
the-
as hell.
That's the one that tasted good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They still make
I was
that?
so excited to get that
They
instead
do.
of like a Robitussin or
think-
something.
Yeah.
I think I've given my kids Dimetap before. Yes.
Okay.
I'm looking at the website
Yeah.
right now.
I should get,
All right, I'm a tap.
Do you have any of
should
that
get-
catering over here?
Yeah, just chug that out there tonight when you're at the bar. It's just
Hell
a whole
yeah,
thing of
all right.
Dimetap.
Yeah, that's good. Just children's
assu-
Dimetap.
In the episode of The Simpsons Flaming Moe's, I do assume that whatever that cough syrup was supposed to be was basically supposed to be Dimetap because it was purple, right?
Yeah.
And Dimetap
Yeah.
would be good in a drink. It'd be fantastic.
You could take. Nothing is stopping you, I guess, from giving. Whenever you're saying my back hurts, I need a Tylenol. Nothing is stopping you from just drinking an entire bottle of children's Dimetap.
It's
Because it'll
all the
give
same
you this.
medicine.
It's the same medicine. It'll dose you the same, and then you get to experience the flavor of drinking a whole bottle of Dimetap.
I get a little excited when my stomach hurts because that means I get to eat some Tums and I get the chewy ones that are like candy. So it's like a bonus. It's
Ooh,
like,
I have a bellyache.
I got diarrhea, but good news, I get to eat 2 of these red things. Yeah.
I kind of have a problem with that now because I'm taking these Z-Quil gummies and it's just supposed to be melatonin mostly.
Yes.
It's like, chamomile also or whatever. But they taste really good. And you can only take 2 of them because then it's too much melatonin. But I take 2 and I desperately want more.
Yes.
They have
Oh,
a
I know
great-
that.
They're like the best gummies I've ever eaten. They have
Y'all
a great
know they have
texture.
gummy candy, right?
No,
Yeah,
I have I have a bag of
You know the
Shaq gummy.
oranges,
I haven't.
right?
Yeah, they
It's not, yeah, but come on, the forbidden fruit of like having more than one vitamin that tastes like fruit. Come
I think
on,
the melatonin has a flavor. I think it's contributing.
my kids' vitamins. Every night I have to stop myself from eating them. Every night I have to like I cannot eat my children's gummy vitamins. They look. I've
When
had it
y'all
before.
find out
They're
about
delicious.
the candy aisle, it's gonna be fucking huge for you.
But that's not medicine. This is medicine. That's candy.
Yeah.
That's bad for you.
Right. This is candy. What make me live longer? Come on.
Live long candy. Dan, hit us with
Yes.
a voicemail, please.
Oh, I got one near and dear to my heart. Let's go with YoshiGames.mp3.
Oh no.
Hi, this is Chris from Kansas. This message is for Joe. Yes, Joe, in a 2018 GiantBomb.com interview, you dismissively said that you don't play Yoshi games. What's the problem with Yoshi, Joe?
I'd be more than happy to answer that. Yoshi is a side thought. It's a ridiculously thought out character that was just panned into the game because, Super Mario Brothers 2 was something to be completely different than what it was. Yoshi never belonged in the canon, and I don't respect him.
Wow.
You didn't.
It's gross.
When you played Super Mario World in the early 90s, you had a Super Nintendo, I take it.
Yeah.
You weren't filled with joy and wonder when he hatched out of that egg and you got to ride him?
No. What do I need a dinosaur for? This was obviously just marketing geared towards the dude. Jurassic Park. Everything was.
It was before Jurassic Park. No, this is like 91.
No, this all
Jurassic Park
started
was
out-
like 93.
Dinosaurs were big back then.
Yeah,
You
the
guys remember.
book was out.
Yeah, the
Dinosaurs
book
are
was out.
cool.
Yeah, we read back then, you heathen. Gosh. So, anyway. The book clubs were just
Philistine.
on fire back in the day, right? Everybody's like, "Have you read Jurassic Park?" My God, dinosaurs are so crazy. And,
Yeah, shout out to my Crichton heads. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
No, you know what? It just the Yoshi games never appealed to me.
Not even Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island.
No. See, that's a Mario game.
Mario World 2?
What 2? Yoshi's Island. No, Yoshi. No, I didn't like it at all. I was like, just the aesthetic didn't like me.
Other than the storybook stuff and everything?
Hey, listen, I've liked a lot of Mario games. That was not one of them.
What's your favorite?
Ooh, actually, Super Mario RPG.
Oh!
Hey, it's a great one.
Yoshi's
What's up,
a nice
boys?
one.
Gino and
Yoshi's a
Mallow.
Yeah, no, but it's a
Yeah,
Mario
but
game.
he's
You
offset
can be
by
a Mario.
Boshi, which is
Yeah.
way cooler. Boshi's
Yeah,
great.
Boshi's
great.
cool.
But when I really go back and I think about like the Mario games that I played through, I played through a lot of them. They're fun, but I remember that one in particular. Like I was like, wow, they really nailed the mechanic. Like it was crazy that they got the RPG so right with that.
Yeah, did you go on to like the Paper Mario RPGs and stuff like
Yeah,
that?
they're pretty cool. Yeah,
They're all fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the only RPGs I really like playing. It's actually that and Yakuza, basically.
Mm-hmm. I don't mind Yoshi. I like Yoshi as a character, but I don't get people whose favorite Mario Kart character is Yoshi. I never. Yeah,
Here's my go-to.
so
my first
amongst-
AIM name was Yoshi Boy actually. I liked Yoshi quite a lot.
Boy.
Yeah, Yoshi Boy
Holy
888.
shit.
Don't dox me. I don't know.
Yoshi boy.
I was a
Yoshi
little
boy.
bit younger though. I like Yoshi a lot.
He wasn't ready to be a Yoshi man.
Yeah, still waiting.
It's a fun show where I get to hear Samoa Joe make fun of Mike Minotti. We can do this more often.
All your dreams are coming true.
Yeah, this is
Also,
great.
To show you how bad my memory is, I listened to that voicemail and it mentioned like they're from Kansas. It's like, oh, I'm from Kansas. And then I realized it was fucking me that left that
It was
voicemail.
you.
I heard the whole thing, and we were like a bit into answering it. And I was like, oh wait, that was me.
Yes.
Oh my
It
god.
was you the whole time.
Incredible, Dan.
The last
Dan
two
is the
voicemails have been
CP
people
guy.
on this show.
By the way, Dan picked his own voicemail. I just want to know that.
I didn't do it on purpose.
Unbelievable. What are the
Let's
odds?
try this little ditty.
I didn't know it was
Look,
Near
I was
and
just
dear to
relieved he
my
didn't pick
heart.
I was just happy he didn't pick the one about my penis, so it's okay.
Wow, which one is it?
Now,
No
which
one
one
knows.
could that be?
We have to
I've been
find
looking for it.
What do you think it is?
Well,
Yeah, which one would be about a
It's,
scene?
Yeah,
hey,
let's go
it's
through it.
probably too
We make a
small to
guess.
find. Am I right?
Thanks.
Oh.
Let's see here. Is it Oops All Jeffs? No, that couldn't
No.
be it.
I bet it's your thoughts, right?
Have a good day.
It's
Yeah,
got to
sorry.
be your thoughts. Can we?
Hey, Sean, just click the one. If you know what it is, just click it.
Yeah, click the
No,
penis
don't do
one,
that.
please.
He might not know.
Jan screened the voicemails. I do not know
Okay.
which one's from Mike's penis.
Thank you, Sean.
Is it Sorry in all caps?
A distinct possibility.
No, sorry, no,
no,
caps
we
was
did
the one
that
we already
one.
answered.
we did
Let's
that, yeah.
hit us with your thoughts, and I'm gonna text Jan.
Okay.
I bet it's this.
Okay, everybody who isn't Samoa Joe, cover your ears. This is not for you, so stop listening.
Okay.
You're in a. Yeah.
Joe, they told us not to tell you about this, but someone in the dump truck shaves his junk with a razor, and the other people are appalled by it. Your thoughts?
What a risky game. What a risky game we're playing there. Yeah, you guys may not know what he said. But
No, we don't.
No.
yeah,
I have no idea.
He said, somebody in this very podcast
Yeah.
shaves their balls with a razor. Yeah.
Yeah. Who
This
could?
is like a murder mystery dinner.
Now,
Like, let's see if we
now, there's a lot to unpack here.
Sure.
There's a lot of reasoning we got to go through here. First off,
Yeah, a lot of things to pull out of the sack
now,
for sure.
Fuck
a
off.
razor, a razor,
Yeah.
just seems like an unnecessary amount of danger for very diminishing returns. I mean, is the shortness that vital that it has to be a razor short? I mean, you can't. There's a buzzer. Clippers can handle that. Like, he needs the comfort of a blade against fresh skin.
comfort.
So very near to such veins and arteries and
I've been waiting long time
yeah.
to be on Mike Minotti's side. Allegedly, we don't.
All right.
Sorry, we don't know.
Allegedly.
We don't know. I'm really
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
We don't know who on the podcast does.
Yeah,
this.
Could be
yeah.
anyone.
Whoever this is.
Yeah.
Whoever it is. I just want to come to their defense.
Sure.
It gives you a closeness that you do not get with any other buzz. Any buzz razor is not going to get you there. So if your
Okay.
desires are to have no hair, then your option is razor. You're also not going to slice your whole dick and balls off with a Mach 3. It's just
Even
not
Niki
going to
was
happen.
a bad time.
So
You need the Mach
thing
5
with
for that.
That is, if there is a slight breakage of the skin around that area, I'm freaking out.
Yeah.
Okay? You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like,
That's
yeah.
fair.
I mean, let's be real. I mean,
Yeah.
you may not
just
rip
gotta-
it off, but you can drag the infield and have a lot of fucking speed bumps along the way. You know what I mean?
That's never happened though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I venture to guess there might be 3 people on this podcast who shave their balls with a razor, actually. And you know what? You pull it taut, you're fine. It's
Pull it
gonna
taut,
be
yeah.
okay.
You just
Guards on
fold
a
and
clipper.
pull.
There are
Yeah.
guards on a clipper. It gets it short enough, and you can
No, it's
still
not short
nick
enough.
yourself with
But it's
those. And
just
I'm
not-
with Joe.
Yeah.
I've actually been nicked more by the clippers.
The
that
clipper
hurt more when
than
the,
the
when the
razor.
little bit of skin got
Yeah.
in that, as opposed to the razor,
Okay.
which I could be more deliberate with.
Here's an embarrassing story.
Allegedly.
Here's an embarrassing story. The first time I got the clippers, because we got a Manscaped sponsorship, and at that point I only ever used the razor, so I got the clippers,
Allegedly.
and I'm like, well, what's this guard here for? I'm not going to be able to get down close enough with the guard. I guess I take it off. So I went down on the sensitive area there without
You went down on the sensitive area, yeah.
And that hurt really bad.
You put the bare metal on your
junk? That hurt really badly.
It hurts bad, yeah.
Yeah, so that was wrong.
Yeah.
Just use fucking Nair, gang. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Nair,
Just
but
use
what
Nair.
happened to Nair? Like, that seems. I don't really know what that is.
It'll give you the worst chemical burn you've ever had in your whole life.
But here's my worry is I imagine it's bad if that gets in the hole.
Oh,
I didn't think about the Nair in the hole.
Oh, it's unpleasant.
What's it going to do? Sterilize you?
It'd be like
no,
anyway.
No, it's just a chemical burn. That's all it is.
Yeah.
That's all. That's the way it works. No, you don't. You're right.
I've had icy hot down there, and that was bad enough.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
I've played that prank before. It's very. The old icy hot jock strap is.
Oh God!
You better find somebody really committed to get it to where it needs to be. Let me tell you that much.
I have a question for Joe, because I think wrestlers have to deal with maybe body hair a lot, and I'm a body hairy guy. I kind of got the Georgie Animal Steel thing. I got it all over my body, my shoulders. Like, what is the most efficient way to just like get rid of all of it? I imagine taking a whole bath in there, and I don't think that's practical or safe.
Oh, dude, you got to get the wax, dude. If you're gonna do the
You gotta get
shoulders and the back
waxed,
and stuff, yeah.
Is that like a semi-permanent thing, or is that wax?
It just lasts a lot longer than
long lasting. Yes.
Yeah. And yeah, it's
Where
rough.
do you even go to
I've
do that?
met a few Sasquatches in my career, and it's it's a tough go.
Who's the worst?
Matt Bloom was up there.
Oh my God! Like early 2000s. Matt Bloom was
yeah,
crazy.
no shame in his game. Bro.
Yeah.
He's a furry.
It's like part of his gimmick at that point. Yeah.
Is Brazilian just for down there?
Yes. Can you
Yeah, I think that's why they-
describe to me what parts of the down there you think the Brazilian applies to?
I think it's the parts that would, like if you're wearing a thin, kind of thongish bikini in your swimsuit area, anything that might stick out around the material is where the Brazilian wax job is focused. That is
Even
my
the
opinion.
butthole?
Yes, even the butthole.
I do think the butthole is a part of it,
Even
yes.
the butthole.
Wait,
pry that bad boy
do they do
open.
Brazilian for balls?
It would have
Or is it just? I don't really know what goes into
The
this.
balls are going to get tucked in there anyways. It doesn't really matter how hairy they are. So, aren't you so glad you're on this show?
Yeah, this is the stuff that like I really feel is gonna really help me like really reach a new audience. I appreciate it.
You're welcome, Joe.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Really branching out here. The hot
I've
Portuguese
never
ball
had-
scene is all the rage now that I'm on this podcast.
The idea of putting hot wax on the testicles sack is bad to me.
Yeah, I don't think they do that.
I don't think they do that. But everywhere else, yeah, for sure.
Now
So-
a bat with a bunch of nails in it.
Over here
that can-
shaving a prune. So you tell me what's the deal? You know what I mean? Like,
It's swallowing grapes.
Well, yeah. What kind of? Yeah, it's swallowing grapes.
Swallowing
shaving prunes. Something weird going on here.
No, everything's fine. I have maybe had one nick in many, many, many moons of razoring the prunes.
Well, congratulations
that
on your
rhymed.
expertise. It's not a game I wish to play.
I
Okay,
can give
Mike,
you some
you
tips
can
if you want.
you can go to the European Wax Center, which is a chain, and they'll do your arm that's $100 for each for both arms, and then $76 for your full legs, and then your full back is $61. So it's going to be like $300, but they'll get it all.
Here's the problem, Nikki. Because look, I didn't want to get into this, but the butt, pretty hairy too. And I'm not going to have everything waxed but my ass. Like, right?
It just looks like you're wearing a fur
They'll
bikini.
get in there. If you want them to get in there, they'll get in there.
They will get it.
They will do it.
I don't know if that's the thing, is I desperately want to be able to do it myself. I don't want help. And it
Mike,
doesn't
it
seem
would
like
be-
it's an option.
It would be so painful.
Yeah.
so painful.
There's nothing better than a stranger that can't speak English sitting there ripping clumps of hair out of your body. You're gonna love it.
If anything, it's
Just
therapeutic for them.
Portuguese telling you to calm down.
Yeah,
and stay still.
exactly. That's reparations, is what you're doing. You're providing them a service.
Dan, extra life incentive next year. I get a full body wax.
All right.
Yeah.
You're gonna wax your asshole for charity donation.
We can just have a lady on standby
Guys,
sitting
the
in a
super
chair
chats are gonna
silent.
be crazy tonight.
Yeah. See, you all thought I didn't like the kids, but if we raise $5,000, I'll get my asshole
We'll
waxed.
I'll put a GoPro in your pants and we'll have the asshole cam the whole time.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, that's allowed on Twitch, I think. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's allowed. Fuck, gang. How much time do we have? What time is it? We're at an hour. Sean, should we do like 2 more?
2 more or so sounds good. Yeah.
Okay, that sounds good. Grub, you want to hit us with one? And we'll give Joe the last one.
Let's do oops all Jeffs.
Hello, it is Jeff from Quebec. It's a special Royal Rumble. Oops, all Jeff. 30 Jeff. Who do you invite? Who's gonna win? Jeff Hardy, Jeff Jarrett, Jeff Bacalar, Jeff Grubb. You pick. Bye.
Thank you.
This is like the Joe
Monsieur.
conversation. Who's the best Jeff?
Who's the best?
Who's the Jeff that you would want to see in a battle royale?
You,
Jeff Probst.
Oh,
Jeff Probst, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. Gordon, the NASCAR driver.
Sure. Is he dead?
Jeff Gordon? No.
Yeah.
No, that
He's
was Dale
alright.
Earnhardt.
He's fine.
Earnhardt.
Dale Earnhardt
Okay.
beefed it. Yeah.
Yeah, there hasn't been a president named Jeff, has there?
A president?
No.
named Jeff?
I think there is. What wasn't there?
No.
Am I thinking of Thomas Jefferson?
Yeah.
Is that what I'm doing?
I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Let's get him involved anyway. He's a tall guy.
Yeah, we count him amongst our ranks.
Yeah.
I was actually
Goldblum.
thinking. I was thinking of Jefferson Davis, the president of the Confederate States of America.
No, that's the
Actually,
America
watch
that
him
Jeff
get the
Grubb
shit beat
likes.
out of him. Yeah.
Jeff Foxworthy.
Yeah. I'd watch Jeff Hardy versus Jeff Foxworthy.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Maybe a little Jeffrey Dahmer.
Dahmer, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good shout.
Isn't that the guy who ate people?
Yeah, you got me.
There's no DQ in a Rumble. That's totally fine.
Does Jeff Keighley with the G count?
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Jeffrey
It's a
the
Jeff.
giraffe from Toys R Us.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, I like that. He's very tall also. He'd be hard to knock
but I
out.
think it would be. No, it wouldn't. Those knees are not
Center of gravity,
thick.
yeah. He would tumble over, he'd fall backwards, yeah.
Bezos.
Bezos for sure.
Oh, good. He's jacked now. Do you want current Bezos or do you want like 90s Bezos though?
I want
Current Bezos is jacked. It should be like like a wrestling game where you can pick the current in like 1995 Bezos.
Like DLC Bezos, yeah.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan, Jeff Bridges, and Jeff Daniels.
Oh, Jeff Bridges, Jeff Daniels.
Jeff Bridges would be great. Yeah,
I definitely like Bridges the most. Jeff Garland's a big son of a bitch, right? He'll come down at number 30, and they'll be like, everyone's going to have to team up to get this guy out. They're going to act like he has a really good shot of winning, even though he doesn't.
I think Goldblum has the most eliminations.
Yeah. He had a really hot run in 2000.
Yeah.
Wow. I like this. I mean, that's enough Jeffs. We don't have to get 30 of them.
No, that's enough.
I think we've cashed this one.
We could all be nice and pretend that Grubb wins it.
Sure. Thank
Congrats.
you.
Yeah.
By being a coward and hiding under the ring, but still.
It still counts.
Yes.
Yeah, the old Lawler trick.
Mr. Joe, would you like to take us out by picking the final voicemail on this special episode of the Voicemail Dump Truck?
Oh, I'd be so honored. And I think the best way to do it is go with Gosh.
Oh, we did that one.
Oh, we did that one.
There's one up there that we haven't done.
Which one is that one?
Up top. And then,
that one?
Haven't done Filled with Veggies. Haven't done Bizarro Samoa Joe.
Oh, Bizarro Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
let's do that.
Hey, Dumpers. Mike from Loveland again, calling in with a question for Samoa Joe. What is the Bizarro Samoa Joe? Where is he from? What does he do for a living? I'm talking Samoa Joe Waluigi. For some reason, my head is stuck on like Poland something. I don't know. You'll be better at it.
Yeah.
Poland, Ohio. His name's Mike Minotti.
He's actually right.
He's white from Ohio.
It's Polish Steve. He's a well-adjusted man who solves most of his problems through logic and good communication. Is prone to no violent outbursts or fits. Normally, just likes to like hug people and see the best in all situations. Yeah, he's broke as fuck. It's sad. He's such a loser. It's incredible.
He ain't got a pool at all, let alone one covered by glass.
There's like, bro, this guy's pool, no screen, bro.
Holy
so
shit.
many bugs everywhere, bro.
Oh,
Fucking
style out the wazoo.
It's gross, dude. You didn't even golf to get there.
Polish Steve sounds like a jabroni.
Yeah, Polish Steve. Dickhead guy, just between us all. I mean, this guy's a fucking loser. Oh man, don't be like him, kids. All right,
I'm glad Polish Steve is dead.
Wow,
oh man,
that was perfect.
What a great episode of the Voicemail Dump Truck.
Yeah,
we all just did.
I was like thinking, I'm so excited for some of my friends to see me on a show with Samoa Joe. I kind of forgot about the part where I was talking a lot about how I shave my balls. But, you know, they all had to learn eventually.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Well, now they know what to get you for Christmas. Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah.
And we have this together now. This is
that's right.
This is us.
Tolko
is nothing.
Yeah.
Tolko Joe. It all started right here.
Joe, thank you so much for taking time out of your unbelievably busy schedule where you appear on television and do feats of athleticism heretofore unseen. We appreciate you for taking the time out. Thank you.
I appreciate you all, and it's always good to see you, Dan. And
thank you.
You're more than welcome to track me down at my job and come in here and flow of my day to do this anytime you want.
Been doing it for years. Why security?
Hey, thanks, fellas. I appreciate you all.
Hey, yeah, so great Joe. Goodbye.
Thank you.
I love you.
Oh man, sorry.
The machine was on.